foul and send him to the free throw line. You just got to make sure nobody gets the look right now. And look, OKC could still go quick too.
They're out of timeouts. Caruso gets it into Holmgren. Clock ticking, and there is the foul by De'Aaron Fox.
Great job defensively on the side out of bounds, because then you can give the foul. Now, 8 seconds is a long time, and it doesn't seem like a big deal that out of bounds play the time before, you know, because they couldn't get it in. All right, well, they have a timeout. Well, yeah, now they don't.
Now they have to burn it.
You know, so now they're going to have to come back. So a simple play of being tough to inbound against is going to be big in this game.
Holmgren now 9 for 11 at the free throw line.
With Cornette into the game.
I'm sure with Holmgren being in the game, I'm sure they thought Wembanyama would be on him. Then they put that big drywall in front of Alex Caruso and changed everything, which made them burn the timeout.
1 of 2 for Holmgren, and Mitch Johnson will call his final timeout. A 2-point lead for San Antonio with 8 seconds remaining.
And both teams out of timeouts. So look, we know what's going to happen. You've got to go for the steal on the inbounds. And inbounding the ball in these situations, as you know, it's not easy. And you got to know who's the inbounder. I think you guys back in the day, right? Shane Battier was inbounding for you.
Shane Battier was.
I had a great inbounder when I had Hito Turkoglu. That is a key point, either if you need a score or to just be able to get it in. You got to get it in safely, and then you may have to handle one trap before they foul. Though I think right now with 8 seconds, they probably got to foul right away because they can't advance on a timeout. So they're going to need all the time they can. You're in good shape right now if you're San Antonio, if you inbound.
Yeah. If it's one team in the NBA that this would be their strength, it would be OKC. They have a lot of guys that can run through that ball, that can get in those pass lanes, that can make this inbounds really tough for the Spurs.
I want to throw the ball toward the basket. And I'll tell you what, he is very, very heavy.
That's after this missed Chet free throw.
He's a great weapon right now, too. You don't have to break free. You got a guy 7'4" to throw the ball to.
Yes.
You know, and now's, I like this by Mark Daniel, though. Now you got to play size against him because the only thing that matters is the inbounds. I'm going to try to get him to switch, get Wemby on a smaller guy and just throw it up.
Barnes to work it in. No timeouts for San Antonio. Inbound to Wemby. And there is the foul. With 1.9 coming off the clock, 6.1 remaining, and Wembanyama will go back to the line.
So 2 makes basically ices the game. But even with 1, the good thing is now they're going to have to dribble the ball up the floor, and you can take the foul on the dribble.
Because of the timeout that they had to burn.
They had to burn. That is a huge play, them not being able to get it in on the first timeout. I'm going to say it again because this is just something you have to be an expert to determine. I want to lend my expertise, but Wembanyama makes a big difference for San Antonio.
Coach, I thought you were about to say something really profound.
Nobody else, I mean, you know, like, you've got to be an insider to get that.
Oh, this is the second 3-point game, and there's the foul on Fox.
And again, it goes back to being able to stop the inbounds, make them take the extra time out. Sometimes the plays that just you don't even think about, the average fan watching, that was a huge play in this game.
Won't show up in a highlight package or a stat sheet, but it was a monumental moment in this one.
And Dwayne brought it up. A monumental coaching move that is simple. Putting Wembanyama on the ball twice in a row is what made it tough. Now Cornette comes back in. Harrison Barnes comes back in. You want guys to rebound the ball right now, and you got to rebound it strong with 2 hands. Go up and grab it because they are going to be, I would think now with no timeouts left that he's missing this one.
He has to.
And he
can't even miss it.
He was upset because he made it.
All right, you
gotta get it in, though.
Wembanyama over to Vassell, and a foul called on Caruso.
That's a tough pass right there.
Even if Caruso wanted to argue the call for a challenge, they don't have timeouts.
You have to have a timeout to have a challenge. And again,
there's a look
the
at
play
it.
of not being able to inbound. Caruso was right. It was off of Vassell.
Lucky they gave him the foul.
Yes.
Once again, Coach, right there with Wemby, would you have Wemby grab that ball and take it out? Would you allow the ball to bounce and allow someone else to take it out so he can be a target?
Because he's a target. I agree with you. And that's something I'm sure that Mitch Johnson will address. But I'm going to say both these coaches have done a great job down the stretch. Both teams have executed down the stretch. But what ended up being the coaching move of the game was putting Wembanyama on the ball on those out-of-bounds plays. First, made him burn a timeout, which has been crucial since then. And second, they couldn't get a catch and shoot coming out when they needed a three.
Vassell knocks them both down. Looking for a Hail Mary here.
Look at the look, yeah.
You don't want anything thrown deep now. You got to make them dribble.
And the foul is called. Williams fouled by Castle with 1.5 remaining.
Castle, was a little soft on that foul, which is good. You don't want a flagrant, but, man, you got to.
That's kind of all. But Fox fouls was the same way. They were just little elbow pushes. Like, when somebody's body, you get off me.
Yeah, I mean, you got to, that's a lot of confidence. Well, now he's got to make the first and try to miss the second.
First one goes. He was disappointed in himself that he made the second the last time he was at the line. And he's talking strategy with Caruso here.
Now, if you're the referees, we saw this in the Cleveland series last year. You got to make sure if you're the referee, you don't let these guys come in early from behind the three-point line.
I would have put Barnes on the other side.
Caruso. Bumped. No whistle. The Spurs are NBA Cup giant killers. They're headed to Tuesday's final.
I'll tell you what, Caruso got his hands on the ball, and he may have gotten fouled. Woo.
That was a game right there, man.
That was fabulous.
The Spurs put an end to OKC's 16-game win streak. It'll be Spurs